What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol UWMC for UWM Holdings Corp. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will, of course, be a bit of an update. Falling apart over the past couple of days, we talked about this in the past, the fact that we wouldn't be surprised for a bit of a dead cat bounce, but my goodness, we got much more than that, okay? So this had to do a lot with them retracting their, I believe it was an offering in terms of, switching for a buyback program. So that's more fundamental. It's not so much technical analysis. Just know that the stock is back inside of this prior range right here. So that to me is triggering a huge look below and fail. Anyone who is essentially short, late to the party down here, is hurting right now if they're still short in the first place. It's not to guarantee everyone's covered. Some of them have likely covered, but not everyone, right? So the target on a look below and fail, as I've just pointed out, is always the top end of the range. The opposite end of the range is the same thing for a look above and fail, right? If you have this as an overall range, you look above, fail back in, the target's always the low end, okay? So the same thing applies for what we've seen over the past couple of days. So that would put into play a target at $7.34 on continuation. Now, what do we have in terms of back-to-back daily candles? Just balance, right? It's not abundantly clear whether or not the bulls or the bears are fully going to own the price action. Our days are nearly identical. What I do find slightly intriguing is the fact that the stock rallied all day today in the face of a pretty much free fall broad market. Now, maybe this one was, it already had its fair share of free fall, correct? So maybe it's rebounding because of that reason. However, I would simply look at this as 2 days of balance. We're either going to break out up and over the highs close to $7, or we're going to fall down underneath the lows of this 2 days of balance and the low end of the balance area from right here. Okay, so there's a couple of ways you look at it. So if we break down under this, you're looking for the gap to fill all the way to about $6. That's a downside target. Are you actually going to short this or take advantage of downside? No. Hard to borrow, and the put contracts here are pretty pathetic. You don't want to be trading something 5 by 10. That's literally a 50% haircut on your position if you just mark it in and out of the contracts, even though there's roughly 1,200 contracts that went through on the day's session. Does not make sense to be trading for that, right? And you're not going to short it with hard to borrow. So all things considered, sit on your hands, be patient. If we take out this 637, maybe reevaluate the stock at 6 if the downside even does unfold. Notice that today's action was up, so we're going to favor the upside bar, but we're still technically in balance, right? So a break up and over that 7 area, as we just discussed, simply puts into play the top end of the range. That's as simple as we can make it here inside of UWMC. It's either take out the 2-day highs here for the move into 734, so about 34 cents on the stock. It's not the best trade, but it's certainly worth maybe trading for. Again, 34 cents on something sub 10. I think there's probably better opportunities out there in the marketplace, but if you're intent on watching it, that's what I would watch out for. The next target, if we break out of that range, would simply be up here, closer to $7.87, coming from this prior area of resistance. Note also the 200 SMA, the green line, will be there to meet us. That's really all we can say about the stock for now. Not abundantly clear based on direction, 2 days of balance. Over and under is as simple as we can make it here inside of UWMC. If you enjoyed the video today or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.